Today, we travel to Southeast Ohio, more specifically, the hometown of Necronomicon star Ian Namapod. And that's about where all the good news ends. In 1995, 13-year-old Barbara Barnes was walking to school. She never made it. Today, we'll discuss her story, the lackluster police response, and explore some possible suspects in this horrendous abduction case. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you thought eating shitty pizza was the worst thing to happen in the Ohio Valley, stick around. Turns out, it's worse. Much worse. This is Necronomicon.
We were recording last night, some bonus content, and the weather forecast for tonight as we were recording was not looking very good.
It was not. High probability for tornado.
And Ian, you had even made mention, we're like now a part of like Tornado, what is it, Alley? Tornado,
Yeah.
The Tornado Valley?
Whoever the national weather, whatever, put us in there. So
Fuck that.
I hope we don't get flattened like Aunt Meg's house. That'd be horrible.
That would be terrible. That was really sad.
I know.
That house collapsed as soon as I got her out.
I know. Immediately.
Whew. And then today, nothing.
Rained a little bit.
Heavy, a steady drizzle all day. Maybe a hard rain for a little bit.
I got stuck in the rain walking
Did you?
today, for a minute.
Yeah. No wind, no storms. And like we were getting alerts like on I was getting alerts on my phone like, hey, just so you know, tomorrow, hey, you might die. Just be careful, pal.
They happened, just they didn't reach as far.
It was south. It
far up
missed
here,
us, yeah.
But there were big tornadoes going on today.
Not to diminish the people who had bad weather. We were just nervous that we might have a fucking blackout here. And what would we do if we couldn't bring them content?
We'd feel horrible.
They'd be rioting in the streets. They're like, fuck your tornado. I want my podcast. Tornado.
Maybe we need a backup generator.
Let's get Declan out to go buy one. Declan, go to Home Depot. No, that's how. We will not expense it. You buy it. You want Dave to put you out on the streets? That's what I thought, fuck boy. Go. All right, he'll be back with a generator.
Plasma clinics open. Go give plasma to make some money.
See, you care about him. And I don't even give a fuck. You're giving him a roof over his head. He better come back with that generator. Or that's going to be it for him. I've had half a mind to fire him for a while now from his unpaid internship. He's been interning with us for 5 fucking years. He thinks we told him he gets college credits for this. He does not. He's fucked forever. Whatever. You got to break some backs to make some bank.
Is that what they say?
That's what I say. So anyways, we did a whole 4-part series.
Yeah. Moving past.
Glad to be done with the Nazis.
Yeah. Moving on.
4 parts on anything is a lot. It's always like a breath of fresh air to move on, right?
Yeah. If I had to pick my favorite, like 4 or 5 parter we've done, it's probably Charles Manson. That never got boring to me. That was very interesting.
A lot of activity in that one.
Nazis didn't get boring to me either. I'm just saying if I had to rank them, whatever.
Not necessarily like we're going to a feel-good one, but back to the old true crime that people seem to love.
It's their favorite.
It is their favorite. Ian, this was one that you kind of grew up with.
Yeah. I wasn't in Steubenville yet. I didn't move there until 98. So it's like my wife would always talk about Barbara Barnes and stuff and like how big of a deal it was. I'm like, I wasn't here for any of this. So I missed out on all the panic and whatnot that was going on with this. But I know it changed stuff in her life, like as far as like stranger danger and stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Everybody was worked up.
Yeah. It was the same up here with Amy Mahalovic. up in Bay Village here. Same kind of. Well, I think we'll talk about it later in this episode, but the panic and yeah.
All right, let's dive in.
Barbara Barnes, known to her family and friends as Barbie, was born on August 12, 1982 in Steubenville, Ohio. She was very smart and friendly, but she was also really shy and reserved. It was described as a thing like she was really nice when you talked to her, but she wouldn't start the conversation.
I can relate.
Yeah, for sure. Barbara was from a very impoverished family, which is a big problem in Steubenville and really the whole Ohio Valley, I think. You know, steel mills closing and things really killed those towns, but that whole area.
Yeah. They never recovered.
No, because there's nothing else.
No more industry. Like something else came in behind the steel mills.
Yeah, so it's my mom's side of the family that's from Steubenville.
Okay.
So when I finally moved there or whatever, but when my grandfather, like as soon as he got out of high school, he went and worked at the steel mill.
Yeah.
And like had a very, very well off life.
Yeah.
Being able to do that. But then once it's gone, there's nothing else to really do.
There's no high paying industry for, less educated people, a makeup industry to cover those steel mill jobs.
Yeah.
It led to a lot of poverty down there, I'm sure. Are there nice parts of Steubenville? Where some people with some money live, or not really? Just more of a poor town.
There are a couple neighborhoods I can think of, but yeah, for the most part, it's really died off a lot. But then they just built a new high school because I lived in Wintersville.
No.
I didn't live in Steubenville.
Whoa. What?
Bombshell.
Holy shit.
I lived in Wintersville, but it's like you just step over an imaginary line and you're into Steubenville. You know what I mean?
You were on the right side of the tracks.
Correct. Wintersville it's all right. It's not like Steubenville.
Still, nobody cooks their pizza.
No. Okay. The real good pizza places in Wintersville.
Oh, okay.
The real good.
Nobody eats pizza in Steubenville. You go to Wintersville for your pizza. Anybody of class and culture.
Tragedy struck the Barnes family in 1989 when Gary Barnes, Barbara's father, was shot and killed on his way home from the American Legion by a known family friend, Mike Dugan. There isn't a lot out there about Gary's murder other than it was the result of an argument, presumably a drunken argument.
Friends out drinking, packing heat, arguing.
You know?
I guess. I've had arguments with friends before. I've never murdered them. They've never murdered me.
You punched a hole in the wall, though.
Yeah, but I took it out on the wall. Didn't assault someone.
You would never punch somebody.
No, I'm not a violent person. Never been in a fight in my life.
After Gary's murder, Kathy Barnes and her children moved into a duplex next to her sister Mary and her husband Louis Boyce. This was in the Laybell section of Steubenville, which is known as the Hill to anyone familiar with Steubenville.
Did you ever smoke crack in the Hill?
Did not, but you probably could. It'd be real easy to do it.
He's like, no, but I know a guy.
It is not a great place, and it has been said that there were a lot of shady people hanging around Kathy Barnes's home. There were a lot of random people in and out all the time. The other thing we need to note about Mary is that she was on the border of being intellectually disabled. So shady people could probably manipulate her fairly easy. The Ohio Valley is a really weird place. I can think of 2-3 houses that fit this criteria where there's just people hanging out and they're not, there's a kid who lives there, his friends with other kids. So then they're there, but then there's some fucking ex-cons hanging out. It's a weird vibe.
Yeah.
But that's essentially what was going on here.
That does not seem like a good time to me.
On December 7th, 1995, Barbara Barnes was 13 years old and got ready for school like every other weekday. She was in 8th grade at Harding Middle School, and she really liked to walk. Her siblings rode the bus. Barbara chose to walk. The path she took was walking along Brady Avenue, and around 7:35 a.m., one of her classmates, a kid named Justin Reinhardt, saw Barbara walking ahead of him. She was a good distance away. She was right at the intersection of Brady and Ridge Avenue. Justin got distracted and looked away for a minute or two, if that, and when he turned around, Barbara was gone. And that was the last time that anyone saw her alive. That spot is a half mile away from Harding Middle School.
Would this area be busy with a lot of people walking about, or a lot of kids, or just kind of sparsely
No, I don't think
filled with people?
Now, I don't know. Back then, probably more kids, I would think.
So it's not like her and the kid behind her weren't the only people out there. Presumably, there's people walking around.
You'd feel like somebody would see or hear something.
Yeah.
Because at this time in the 90s, too, Steubenville wasn't completely like a dead town.
Okay. Just when you left, right?
Well, of course, the fame followed him.
A lot of famous people from Steubenville. Dean Martin, Tracy Lords, Ian. It's a big list.
The Mount Rushmore of Steubenville.
That's a lineup of people.
Even the RZA lived there for a bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like right around when you were there.
The rapper.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
There was some weird shit going. The Les Bell area, I guarantee that's where he lived. 100%. When it became clear that Barbara wasn't coming to school, the principal called Kathy to see what was going on. Kathy was at work, so she missed that phone call. The principal then decided to drive over by where Barbara lived. Skipping school would have been very out of character for her. He knocked on the front door, but got no answer. Kathy didn't get home from work until 8 p.m. that night, so almost 13 hours had passed since anyone had seen Barbara.
How about the principal coming over? I don't hear about that too often. Small town schooling. Okay. Good for him.
He knew something was wrong, so I respect that.
Yeah,
Going to check it out.
I like that.
But at the same time, like, if you were that principal, you're going to go make that effort to check. You make the call, no one answers. You go home, no one answers. You've done what you can for that point, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You're almost out of line if you call the police because you don't know what's going on at that point. It's one day.
It's a good question. Sure.
Right? Like, as I was reading it, I was like, I felt like this guy did everything he should have done.
I think I agree with that.
And that's not happening anywhere like in a town like we live in now.
No. Nobody else is going to even make that effort.
Right. This is just because Harding Middle School, like where Barbara Barnes lived, it was like a 5-minute, 10-minute drive, like right around the corner type thing. Lewis Boyce, Barbara's uncle, drove Kathy to the Steubenville police station to report Barbara is missing, only to be met with that classic runaway theory. They asked Kathy if there had been any changes in Barbara's behavior recently. Kathy said that Barbara had seemed down, but she attributed it to Barbara having recently been upset about her dad being killed. Like, being upset about that would come in waves. Police said Barbara was probably just being a teen, ran away, and she'd be back in a couple days.
You know, I always question that logic. Even if she's a 13-year-old runaway, she's still in danger. Like, what does it matter? So what if she ran away? She still needs to be found, right?
They would be on the lookout, I think, but it wouldn't be considered a missing person until whatever they set.
I'm just saying, I feel like the same level of danger is present in either scenario.
I agree, but I don't think they treat it. I mean, they don't investigate
I'm sure they
the same.
don't.
Yeah.
But
At least when I used to do work around here, it was 72 hours. They'd have to be gone or juvenile.
yeah, it doesn't seem right.
I was never been a police. I don't want people to think I was a cop. Now, there's anything wrong with being a cop. Man, the more I talk, I feel like I'm digging a hole. I was in a field where that occurred often, but they wouldn't consider it missing person for that long.
Okay.
The Steubenville Police Department waited 10 days before they treated Barbara as a missing person, and Kathy was hysterical this whole time. Lewis Boyce drove her to the police station to report Barbara is missing because Kathy was too upset to drive. And within these 10 days, Lewis kind of became like the spokesman for Kathy because she was too upset to really talk to anyone.
Understandable.
Especially like your husband gets murdered and then, 7 years later now now she's missing, but we know what's going to happen to her.
Yeah, it can't be easy.
They did good search and rescue work. The problem is that they were just 10 days late on starting all of this. They put out flyers everywhere saying that Barbara was 5 feet tall, weighed about 75 pounds, and typically wore her hair in a long, dark ponytail. The North Ohio Search and Rescue Team with tracking dogs joined the search, and they were focusing on areas like the cemetery near Harding Middle School. They set up a local tip line, and they actually reached out to the FBI, which the Ohio Bureau of Investigation came in and set up a mini command center in Steubenville to find Barbara. All of these searches came up with nothing. There was no sign of her, any of her belongings that she would have had on her that day. Nothing. It's like she just vanished in that split second that kid turned his head.
Well, and 10 days is a long time to start doing these sorts of things.
Yeah,
Took a little while.
Yeah.
On February 22nd, 1996, Barbara's body was found in Findlay Township, Pennsylvania. A group of surveyors mapping out land for the new highway to Pittsburgh International Airport found Barbara's body at the bottom of a creek. This was about 30 miles from where she had disappeared. They noticed some bones sticking out of the mud in a shallow part of the creek. They thought they were looking at deer bones, but as they got closer, they realized they were looking at the badly decomposed remains of a little girl. And this is the crazy timing, because if these guys didn't stumble upon her, she would have been buried under that highway.
Wow. Yeah.
Forever.
That is a very good point. Yeah. Which is what probably happens in, lots of other cases we've discussed.
Yeah.
But I wonder if whoever did this knew that they were coming through there with a highway and thought it might be a good spot.
But you mean wanted her to be found, or assumed she would be like plowed over and never found?
Yeah. But anyway, we can discuss that later.
Well, in Goodfellas, they did not know that there were going to be apartment complexes built over the, was it Billy Batts' body?
Bats, yeah.
And they had to go dig him back up and move him.
It's true.
Henry Hill did not do well with that. I don't think I would do very well with digging up a old corpse as well.
No.
I'd probably throw up a lot.
Think so?
I think all three of us would be puking within a minute.
Yeah.
You just put that.
We'd be very bad at moving bodies, the three of us.
You just put that whatever smelling stuff under your nose so you don't smell anything.
Is that the trick?
Yeah, that's what I see in those copper movies. For a little whatever it's called.
What do they use? I don't know.
It's like Vicks, right?
Is that what it is?
Just something like that.
Just to
Maybe you
mask the
breathe in
smell.
the menthol or something.
I always thought it was something like that.
That makes sense.
All right, I would try it if I was in a situation where I had to move a body.
All right.
It's better than puking.
And you puke on the evidence and contaminate it. Then your DNA's in there.
You don't want that.
Then what would happen?
It's a whole litany of issues.
Like, we're going to stop the serial killer, but Mike Namapod threw up all over the victim. And now we can't pin it on him.
Well, but if I was moving the body, I probably was the killer, or a part of it is what I meant.
Right. I understand.
Okay.
I would probably throw up if I walked on, like if I stumbled upon the remains of a person like this.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
Yeah, that's got to be fucking trippy. Like that kind of stuff doesn't even cross my like day-to-day mind of like, what would I do if I just stumbled upon a body? Would I faint? Would I freak out? Would I just immediately call 911? I don't think I've ever really considered that. But like if you saw like a bone or something, like what they came across. Yeah. I don't think I would faint, but I don't know. So. I've never seen a dead body outside of a situation where I should have seen a dead body.
Let's change that. Let's get you.
You want to hang Declan tonight? I'll fucking do a murder on Declan.
I want to acclimate you to corpses just so you don't have a bad time down the road.
I think I'd like to hear your story with your acclimation of corpses. I'm going to go down that road. I want to know more. How many movie theaters have you in where people have just pissed you off enough? It's like, nope. I'm going to make this theater real fucking silent.
Slaughter people in the movie theater. Movie theater massacre. I told you to shut the fuck up. Is that a fucking baby in the movie theater?
Oh boy.
So the crime scene, whoever killed Barbara buried her in a shallow grave in this creek bed, but it was a really lazy job. They just kind of pulled mud over top of her. This creek bed was about 100 yards from farm property on Potato Garden Road. That farm property was owned by Barbara's uncle, Louis Boyce.
Whoa.
It got super cold. Everything was frozen, and then it warmed back up for a bit. That made the mud give way to expose Barbara's remains. It got super cold again and froze, which was probably a good thing for the cause of death and stuff like that. But she was taken to the Allegheny County coroner's office to thaw out before they could do an autopsy.
Okay, so there's no such thing as coincidences. So there's zero chance that this wasn't somehow related to Louis Boyce, right?
It seems very odd
And
That's not possible.
that it would just be on his
No.
or near his property
that's-
because we don't know for sure. Do we know if you say this or later? Let me know. How far was it from where she was abducted to this property?
30 miles.
Yeah.
No.
And I saw it reported two ways. One, that she was actually on the property and that, or that she was near it. I'm not sure, but still.
Either way,
Yeah.
30 miles away, if you're within 20 feet of a property, you're like, okay,
Yeah. Of all the properties 30 miles away.
Yeah.
more than 20 feet. I mean, if you're a half mile, 30 miles away, but within a half mile of your uncle's property, that's suspicious.
So you would think if it was him, he wouldn't necessarily want to throw the body right by his property. That doesn't make sense. So maybe someone that had a grudge against this guy or something, trying to set him up, something, but it's definitely related somehow.
That's not a coincidence.
No, that's not possible.
I do think coincidences exist. I do not think this is a coincidence at all. At all. I mean, there's just no way.
He's not necessarily at guilt, but just
but
someone
there's a
knew him,
connection.
or there's a connection.
There's a
Without
connection.
a doubt.
For sure.
Maybe if he was the spokesperson, for that week, I don't know what he was saying. Oh, maybe the killer still had her or something. It's like, I'll show him. Looked up where this property he owned, drove out there, dumped the body on his property.
It could be as simple as something like hypothetical. Louis Boyce talking shit about how they're going to be building the airport there. Someone hears it and they're like, I know where his property is.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe they'll just bury or, build on top of her.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's the source of that location,
Yes.
one way or another.
It has to be.
Okay. On that, we agree.
Yeah.
The autopsy was done by Cyril Recht. He found that Barbara had been dead for weeks. She was probably killed pretty quick after she was abducted. She had been sexually assaulted, and the cause of death was ruled as strangulation. Cyril Recht's kind of an interesting guy. I think deserves a bit more information given about him. He's a forensic pathologist who had been the president of both the American Academy of Forensic Sciences and the American College of Legal Medicine. He is best known for his criticism of the Warren Commission's findings concerning the assassination of John F. Kennedy. So I'm sure we'll talk about him in the future again whenever we cover JFK stuff.
So he doesn't believe in the zigzagging magic bullet theory, apparently.
So he's a man of common sense. That'll be, you talk about 4-part shows we'll do. That'll be one we'll do eventually.
That'll be a long one.
I'll take that dive at some point.
You should.
We're going to do Chappaquiddick first. That's my goal.
I'm waiting for that one.
That'll
buddy.
be my next one. Dave's working on his voices for that one. He loves his Ted Kennedy. And if you're going to shit on any of the Kennedys, you shit on him at least. Because
Eric, Mary Jo was behind the wheel. Don't believe the hype. I had to swim for my life. Barely survived.
And then he has the goal to run for president a few years later. All right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a whole Kennedy thing.
Vote for me. I drove into the sea. What was that, 1980? He tried to primary Jimmy Carter, didn't he?
When he ran, yeah. And it all came down to that one interview he did. And he was asked why he wants to be president. And he fucking stumbled and muttered, no, I'm doing it. I'm not running for president, thank God. Stuttered over the entire question, couldn't answer why he wanted to be president, kept repeating himself. And that was the end of it. Then people were just like, that's the end of him.
Why would I not want to be president? It worked out so well for my brother.
He did become the Lion of the Senate.
That's true.
That was his nickname.
That is true.
He was one of the old guard. And was not, well, we'll get in. We'll save all that.
Great.
People don't need to hear that yet. We'll save that.
Looking forward to it.
A funeral was held for Barbara on February 27th, 1996, 7 years and 1 month after the funeral of her father, Gary. The city of Steubenville paid for the service and a headstone for Barbara. Phyllis Riccadonna, the program director for Jefferson County Courts, helped Kathy to relocate to a new apartment in a nicer part of town. The Riccadonnas also offered a $10,000 cash reward for information leading to the arrest of Barbara's killer. We said earlier that the Ohio branch of the FBI got involved. And of course, they wanted to look at Lewis Boyce because we already talked about it. There's no such thing as a coincidence like that.
No.
Not like that at all.
No. Lewis Boyce agreed to a polygraph test and completely failed it. I'm not sure if it was administered by Steubenville police or the FBI. I think it's safe to assume that it's the FBI doing it since they were involved.
I hope so.
But it was the sheriff of Steubenville, Fred Abdallah, who publicly said that Lewis Boyce had failed his polygraph. At that point, Lewis hired a lawyer and refused to cooperate any further. He probably should have hired a lawyer from the beginning and never done that polygraph.
No, of course not. But never
because you're
agree to that. It's not admissible anyway.
It's not. But in the court of public opinion, passing a polygraph test is nothing for you. Failing it incriminates you.
Absolutely.
And so now it's on his property or close, and he failed a polygraph test.
Yeah.
And I have no opinion at this point what it was, but that's rough for him.
Public opinion, too, if you pass a polygraph, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, he figured out a way to fucking fake it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I mean. It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Definitely lose-lose. I'm glad the FBI was there. There's not a lot of murder crime down here, is there?
No.
So they're probably not used to doing a lot of murder investigations or anything. Like, they don't have any experience with this kind of investigation, I would guess.
I think just Ian murdering all that pussy in high school. That was about it. To the best of my research.
Hey, I'm going to have a famous podcast someday. Why don't you suck my dick?
How'd you get that audio, man? Carl Monday over here getting that audio.
You better blow me now while you can. You're going to want this cock in 20 years. You won't be able to have it then. Start sucking it now.
Start sucking now. Ian's like, that is not at all what my high school experience was like.
A search warrant done on Lewis's home and farm property turned up nothing. Shovels and other items that had dirt on them were ran for testing. The FBI wanted to see if any of the dirt on these items belonging to Lewis matched the mud found on Barbara's body, which it did not match.
Okay.
Finally, something goes Lewis's way.
Yeah, that did.
Small victory. He's like, oh, so that mud didn't match.
Isn't it all the same kind of mud around there? We're not talking Georgia versus Ohio mud.
That's I
Unless it's because of the creek bed.
Is it wetter by the creek?
Yeah, like all the sediment and whatnot.
Maybe
they can text like what kind of dirt and rock are in it.
There's definitely a difference between regular dirt and creek.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
It's a crazy in-depth test for 1996. I was surprised when I read about that.
Yeah, who knew?
Well, they're probably like, oh, we fucking waited so long on this one. We should probably go really hardcore now. Yeah. Make up for our mistakes.
Well, let's do a make good, fellas.
Yeah, we waited 10 days to even look into this one.
Teenage Ian's out on the street. Hey, I'm going to be a podcast in the future. You better do a good job, or I'm going to do a whole show about you fuckheads.
I might do a talk about you.
Why'd you stop sucking my dick? I'm just yelling at the FBI.
What's a bigger crime? Not cooking your pizza or saying crick instead of creek?
No. Crick that's a tough one. I don't do that.
No. Why do people say crick?
Because they're hillbillies from Ohio.
I guess. Is that an Ohio thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Crick.
That's like an Ohio Valley thing. It's a toss up. Either you say creek or crick.
Okay.
Half and half.
I didn't realize that was from that area. I just, in general, have heard both.
Yeah.
As a NASCAR fan, I hear all of that. It's always been creek.
It's a weird thing to
Literally how it's
Crick.
spelled.
Crick.
Crick.
That's
How about the crick? Well, it's like people who say wash your clothes. There's no R. It's wash.
My grandma's from Southern Ohio. She said wash.
That's what my grandma said too.
Yeah.
So apparently I hate Southern Ohio lingo. I didn't know that was all rooted from there. But
I don't think it's strictly Southern
No.
Ohio.
No, I think it's
but
hillbillies.
That's how they talk down there, yeah.
A lot of made up words going on in the Ohio Valley too.
what, you got anything else for us?
What was the one that I said one time? Jaggers. I was talking to you guys. I'm like, I fucking stepped into a bunch of Jaggers, and you were looking at me like, what are you talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What was it? I don't know.
Thorns.
Like pricker bush
okay.
Like a
thorns.
Jagger.
I mean, that one's okay.
Yeah.
You're not changing how you say a word. You just have a funny word for something else.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on.
Hey, you want to go down to the crick and fuck? In 20 years, I'll deny ever saying crick, though.
Look, as long as he didn't say scenario, he's not on my shit list.
Scenario.
That one pisses me off. I hate that
I usually
one.
try to say it on the show just because it makes you mad. And I think I
Scenario.
pronounced it scenario earlier in the show.
Yeah, because
so-
you're an educated man and you say scenario. Scenario. Another one is amateur instead of amateur.
amateur.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
I feel like you think you're real important if you say words like that.
Maybe that's what it is. Like, you feel like you're smarter than people because you say, in the scenario. Meanwhile, I just think you're a dumbass.
Hey, got a video recorder. You want to make an amateur porno down by the creek?
All right, High School Ian's my new favorite character. Good stuff. High School Ian. All right. Oh boy.
Did you ever hear of analingus? Yeah, they eat ass all the time in the future, I heard.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. How's your social battery doing right now? Are you bursting with energy or are you feeling pretty drained? Often, during these cold winter months, our social batteries can seem like they have less life than normal. Other times, we just don't know when to say no and give ourselves a break. It can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves thin, especially with social gatherings picking up as the weather gets nicer. Have you considered what's the right amount of socializing for you? And how do you recharge? Maybe you thrive being around others. Maybe you need some alone time. Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. Therapy can be a great opportunity to explore yourself. It can give you a better sense of what helps you thrive and what keeps your social battery full. Because when your battery is full, you won't have to worry about feeling worn out and isolated. If you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
Publicly, a guy named James Montgomery defended Lewis. Montgomery said that Lewis would never do anything to harm Barbara, let alone anyone else. This Montgomery guy's kind of another weird part of this story. He's one of those people that was just seemed to be around for everything. He was there the night Gary Barnes was murdered. A lot of people think that he should have been charged in connection with that murder.
Oh, boy.
He also started a romantic relationship with Kathy Barnes after Gary was killed.
Oh.
He was questioned about his possible involvement in Barbara's murder, and denied being a part of it or knowing anything about who might have done it. He died from natural causes years later. So if he did have any information, he took it to the grave.
The cast of characters down here. Mm-hmm. It's like you said.
That's a he's on my radar. Let's leave it at that. Was there when the dad was shot, starts dicking down the mom.
It just could be, I don't know.
Could it just be that small town?
Shady shit. Just
Shady people do shady shit.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Is he shady enough to be involved in something here? I don't know.
Maybe he wanted both sisters. So first he got rid of Gary, and then he tried to frame Lewis to get rid of him too. So he could have the whole duplex and both sisters. I'm just supposing. I don't know.
I'm more suspect of this guy than I am of Uncle Lewis at this point.
Yeah, he the way that it's reported on is like he made a point to come out and defend Lewis. Kind of weird.
Maybe he knew he was doing such a bad job defending him that people would actually be suspicious of him the whole time.
Or just play yourself up as like I'm a advocate for this family type thing. Meanwhile, he's already been involved in some dirty work.
Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're both involved.
Another suspect was a guy named Richard Coling, who lived near the duplex Barbara lived in and had a criminal record, including child endangerment and sexual battery. After Barbara was found murdered, Melissa Barnes, Barbara's sister, alleged that Coling sexually assaulted her. And right around the time that Barbara was murdered, she confided in Barbara about the abuse that was going on.
Oh, wow.
Coling got word of a possible indictment coming down on him, so he fled Ohio for Arizona. In Arizona, he got arrested and was sent back to Ohio. Melissa testified against Coling in a Jefferson County grand jury, but the grand jury did not move forward with charges. Kathy Barnes filed a civil lawsuit against Coling for the sexual assault of Melissa and the death of Barbara, saying that Coling may have murdered Barbara to prevent her from telling the police about the abuse. I couldn't find what the outcome of that lawsuit was, but Richard Coling died in 2009, taking any potential information about Barbara's murder with him.
Seems like a good suspect, right?
Yeah. I mean, they all do so far.
Yeah, there's no good people, no great people in this story yet.
I'm still not entirely convinced on the uncle. I think I'd put him third of the three suspects in my mind.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It seems like it was someone familiar with the family, and that's why they put him on that plot at the uncle's.
A frame job.
Like a frame, something, but, you know, with some motive.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just where I'm thinking right now.
The last suspect, I had to do some digging to find his name, because when you look at this case, you just always see like this Florida guy. There's this guy from Florida. And
Florida man.
yeah. And there was an excerpt for a book about serial killers that talked about Barbara Barnes in it. And they said again, they're holding this Florida guy close to, close to their chest.
Yeah.
But I found two mentions of him on the Wayback Machine. His name is Joseph Carosi, and he is a massive piece of shit who was living in Steubenville in the time frame that Barbara was murdered. This guy had faced charges of capital sexual battery and kidnapping a victim under the age of 13. His criminal record also included previous conviction in California for kidnapping and sexually assaulting a child under 14. And for that one, he was paroled in 1995. And in 95, he moved to Steubenville.
Oh, lucky Steubenville.
He ended up violating his parole, trying to pick up two young girls on the way to Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, which led to him being sent back to California. And he was committed to a state hospital. And now he's in jail for the rest of his life. He was convicted of all these various things.
Yeah.
But he lived in Steubenville right in the same time frame that Barbara disappeared and was murdered. And the house that he lived in was, because he lived with, I believe it was his mom he lived with. That house, you could see from the bedroom window where Barbara would have been walking to school.
So you could see her every day.
Wow.
I saw a detective, Stasilevich, talking about how he always wanted to have DNA tested against this guy in Florida. But I never saw anything that was like specifically like we have a sample of DNA, or we would maybe wish we had a sample. Like I don't know for sure if a DNA sample actually exists.
Because she was pretty decomposed, right?
Yeah.
But it was tough to get anything. But they've never said whether they have it or not, right?
No, it's just been like, I wish we could, or, I would like to test,
Yeah.
run some DNA tests with this guy. Some have said that they publicly say they think this guy is the one responsible. Other statements seem to be like they're some of them seem to be leaning towards Lewis Boyce being responsible.
Other than him being, she was 30 miles away and on his property. But was there any other reason to believe he would have done something like this?
Dumb polygraph.
But I mean, like, did he show anger and aggression? Did he have a thing for the family? Like, I always go back to the, and I know I bring this up a lot, but it's just one of my favorite ones we did. Like, why everyone thinks that JonBenet Ramsey's mom killed her. I still haven't ever been convinced as to why she would do it.
Yeah.
Like, we heard, like, oh, she wet the bed and she was frustrated and banged her head against the thing. There was no, why would the mom have done that? I don't remember ever hearing anything as to why that would have happened.
A motive.
There's no motive.
It doesn't sound like that, or it sounds like that's the case with Lewis.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have any reason. It's his family that lives next door.
Right. There's no claims of anything against him.
Yeah.
Like at least that I could find.
That doesn't fit. I don't think that's right.
I agree. I don't think it's him. I think it's someone that knew what they were doing.
And knew him.
Yeah.
But knew that he owned that property.
Absolutely. That wasn't an accident.
Because I could 100% see a scenario where someone knows where that highway is going in at.
Yeah.
And would put that's a perfect place to put a body, really.
It absolutely is.
Has any connection ever been made between Joseph Carosi and knowing the uncle?
Not that
Like
I know.
that
I don't
they
know.
would tie him together as like, oh, Carosi could put the body on his land. No,
Not that I know of. Unless this guy was hanging out around there too.
Which is likely, right?
He could have
Everyone's
easily
just hanging out around there. I'm sure Lewis, I got this land, over in PA.
yeah, I guess it could have been hanging out waiting for their pizza to be prepped but not cooked. They're like, all right, we threw all the ingredients on. Here you go.
A journalist that's local to us, a guy named James Renner. He writes for the Cleveland Scene. There was a guy named Robert Buell who killed a little girl named Krista Harrison in Ohio. And then years later, his DNA was linked to another little girl who was killed named Tina Harmon. You said that was when he was convicted to death, right?
Yeah, they executed him, and then like 8 or 9 years later, they traced his DNA to that Tina Harmon's body as well, who was found just south of here.
So at the time that Tina Harmon was murdered, Robert Buell had his nephew, Ralph Ross Jr., living with him. And James Renner's put forth the theory that police didn't look at Ralph Ross Jr. enough because Buell's nephew testified that he would drive around in a van with his uncle looking for girls.
Wow. I mean, it's probably not a stretch that they went down as far as Steubenville, right? Whew.
The only issue I have with that theory, I mean, that's completely possible. But then how would he know about Lewis's property? You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point.
But obviously there are little girls being murdered in Ohio that were linked to a serial killer.
I think it 100% someone that knew Lewis and knew where that was.
Yep,
It's got to be.
I agree.
That either had a grudge against them or just heard him talking about that property and, like you said, the airport being built, and was like, oh, huh, it's probably a good spot. They'll never find her. Not necessarily trying to frame him, but just that it's a good place to drop a body.
Get covered up.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be under a runway. Nobody will ever find her.
Yeah.
I really think it's this Joseph Hiroshi guy.
Boy, it fits, doesn't it?
He's legitimately a monster. I mean, he really is trying to kidnap and rape children and done it multiple times.
And he's right there in the line of fire.
Only in that time frame. He only lived in Steubenville between 95 and 96 until he violated parole for trying to pick up 2 girls headed towards Pittsburgh.
It fits. It really fits. Where's this guy? He's incarcerated now, right?
He's in life in prison in Florida.
That's good.
For, the various kidnappings and whatnot.
So we're going Florida Man. We think it's Florida Man that did this.
I think so.
When in doubt, go with Florida Man also.
Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's ever going to determine that.
Unless there's a DNA sample that actually exists, maybe. I don't.
I guess I would say this guy's been in the system for a long time. Why haven't they tested it until now? If one exists, would be my question. So maybe.
You mean like there's no sample that they found on Barbara?
Yeah. Or they would have tested already.
Yeah.
Unless maybe,
You think they made him do a cum in a cup? Test him?
the only way you can do it.
That's the only. How else would you do your
Cum
DNA
in the
samples?
cup.
Yeah. When I was trying to figure out who my dad was, I just had a bunch of guys come in my mouth, and I was like, that one tastes like a match.
Jesus.
Is that TMI?
No, that's fine. It's your life story, man. We want to hear it.
Yeah. Sometimes I just say things and then I regret them after.
Hey, how about if I come in this cup and you drink it down in the creek?
The crick. That's the best one.
The Slurpee. It's my Ian Slurpee. How about it?
Maybe it's
I
just
like how this weird fucking kind of 1920s back alley.
yeah. like you're selling newspaper. Extra, read all about it. Maybe it's one of my new favorite characters because it's like one of the only ones that doesn't like harass me, like a Mrs. Hildebrandt or the fucking the musical singer who's dead and thou shalt not be named. The only other one I get along with is Bill Clinton. He's a good guy. I like when he comes by. But I'm all right with high school Ian coming around a little more often. He's all right. John Wayne, a little too racist for me. I don't like him very much. But high school Ian can come back anytime. He's great.
Excellent. He'll probably stop in.
Come by the crick.
Well, I'm with you. I think it's probably that guy. It all lines up. He's never talked about it, huh?
Not that I could
said
say.
it?
No. Like I said, I had to start keyword searching in the Wayback Machine to find anything about this.
And then, like, could this just be a random abduction? Somebody that's never been caught or that is just completely off the radar?
Like, not even one of the people we talked about.
Yeah. Like, just a complete other thing.
Could be, but I still
Maybe
think
not.
he
Like,
knows
this
who
one's very
Lewis
likely.
is.
That's true because her body was found there.
I think
You're
it has to be tied to that guy somehow. Someone knew that
But
guy.
it could have been someone else in the neighborhood who also knew that, and just a completely random pedophile or whatever that was just like, I'm doing this. Is that likely?
Yeah.
No. I think I'm with you guys on my final thought.
Okay. I wish they could solve it. It's a sad story.
There's stuff that happens every once in a while where tests are found years later. Like that happened in the Golden State Killer case where there was DNA found that was thought to have been missing for a really long time.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier before Mr. Cum in the Cup. Maybe forget what I was thinking. I was saying maybe 20 years from now they'll be tearing down the municipal records building in Steubenville, be clearing everything out. The dust off an old box in the corner. Like, DNA in here.
How's that go again?
Hey, blow off the box. So, you never know. Never say never. But horrible story. Poor Barbara. This is something like everyone always talks about in Steubenville. They must.
It's their claim to fame,
sure,
Dave.
yeah.
This is their claim to fame.
Well, that and the rape video for.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, God, that one's. It was the football team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a chess team.
Well, they don't have a chess team in Steubenville. They don't know what chess is. Stupid. Come on, Dave. They just learned checkers.
Yeah,
That Steubenville one's fucked up.
That is not good at all. That documentary is not good either.
What was that called? If anyone's never seen that.
I've never watched
Red
it.
Roll.
I've only just read the newspaper articles when it happened. I don't want to watch that documentary. I have no interest in that.
I know a lot of people involved in that. I know people that got in trouble with that shit too. Not a great town.
Glad I was a nerd. Glad I was a non-football nerd. I didn't get in trouble. I didn't rape anyone. They gave their pussy up to me because they knew I'd be a podcaster. Willingly.
Willingly. Not a fun story.
No. Especially when there's no closure. I don't know.
It doesn't help. You want to see someone at least brought to justice for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's sad. I hate anything with the kids. The kids' stories are always the worst ones to cover.
My wife said that they used to do like sleepovers and stuff and tell ghost stories about Barbara Barnes
I bet.
back in the day. It was a big fucking deal.
I'm
Well,
sure
yeah,
it
and it's a
was.
creepy story. So, like, as kids, I get that. Like, usually it's always like about a made up story. Like, oh, that kid lived in the house and he disappeared and never returned. They're like, no, this one fucking happened. Her body was found 30 miles over yonder, as you guys probably say.
Yonder.
Yonder. You say yuns,
Yins?
yins, yuns. It's all the Pittsburgh talk. Yins. Yins hungry?
I've pushed yins down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes out sometimes, but
Yins want to go get a pizza with me?
yeah, I say that to my kids sometimes.
Yins.
Yeah.
No. Of anything to come out of Steubenville, that's not the worst thing.
The word yins?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
There's a lot more. There's a lot worse to come out of there. I'll accept yins. It's not scenario. It's not worse.
Worse.
What else did we say earlier?
Crick.
Crick. Fuck off with crick.
Crick's wild. It's not even spelled like that.
You know who says crick? Todd's and Keith's. They say crick. Fuck both of you and fuck cricks. I hope you drown in one. Fucking Todd.
Hey, did you say fuck cricks or fuck in cricks? I didn't know I could fuck in the crick. I thought they get bacteria up in their pussy hole or something.
Their pussy hole. Pussy hole.
I don't want no stank ass bacteria crick pussy.
This feels like a bonus show. Oh boy. I almost closed this out and I forgot this is a Sunday show. I was gonna do the old sign off.
Hey, you want to lick my balls while I read Mein Kampf? I'm going to do a big Nazi show someday.
Mein Kampf.
The only struggle right now is getting you to put these balls in your mouth.
I want a new shirt on Amazon that says High School Ian. That's all. It just says that. Okay, anything else on this one?
No, unfortunately,
cheeks
I
hurt.
don't think we'll ever get a resolution here.
No. Yeah.
Does not sound like
At least they found her body, though. Could have been worse.
Yeah. Dave, you got some patrons?
I do have some patrons. Thank you to new patrons M. Jones, Alita Angel, Siggy Monster, Trista Garrett, Carl Simpson, Lorelei, Bigfoot cucked my dad. Means his mom fucked Bigfoot.
Is Bigfoot the name of her dildo? You lost to a toy, pal. Your dad lost to a toy.
We'll ask him. We'll need follow-up information.
Please resubscribe. Keep your same account open. Resubscribe. New name. Explain what happened.
Jordan MB, Leah James, Histo Gypsy Jen, Adam McKinnon Brahms, Christy G, Mike got pro by aliens. All he got was poo shorts.
I don't know what that's.
Probably like when you pooped your pants on your front porch, maybe. Your
Maybe
poo
that's what.
shorts.
Do you think I was abducted?
Could it be?
It's the only logical reason why a 13-year-old boy would poop his pants.
I can't think of anything else. Danish AF, FMK, Declan, Larry Flint, Ms. Hildebrand.
No, fuck you. Kill all of them. Who the fuck do you think you are asking that question? Well, I'll bang Larry Flint.
How about if I fuck Mrs. Hildebrand and Declan eats my ass while I'm doing it?
Sold. Let's do that. Cool Down Media's first pay-per-view.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Good Lord. What are these people doing?
Larry's back. Tell your friend.
Is this what our listeners think about when they're at home? Wonder what if Declan and Mrs. Hildebrand and Larry Flint were all in a room, who would these guys fuck? Who would they marry and who would they kill? What universe have we created here?
That's something, isn't it? I love it. Stephanie Cushy, Ashley Bishop, Kevin Bradley, Taylor, Emily, Jen James, Cubs suck, GG Go Cards.
Oh, shots fired on Chicago.
Yeah. Sally I. Hoffman, Emily, Josh, Aaron, Sinberly, Bryn, Lindsay DeLion, Eric DeLion, husband and wife. Both join. How about that?
That's the way to do it. Good for you guys. I'm de-loving what you guys just did.
There's no DeLion it. A Chupa manga ate my baby. Louis Cardona, Laura Beaner Schnitzel. Necronomicon rules. You have one day. Laura Trapp, Rayanna Peace, Natasha Fardo, Ash Stonedaff, and Mike's favorite cuck. Oh, I didn't know you had favorites. Thank you, new patrons.
His wife's got a dynamite pussy.
That must be why it's the favorite. I understand now.
It's a glorious one, Dave. It's glorious.
Dynamite pussy's dynamite pussy, Mike. Just want to remind everyone, we got that new $15 tier up and live now on Patreon. It's going to get you an extra show every month.
On top of everything else you get.
On top of it all. It's a couple semi-annual custom Necro stickers are included in that tier, but most of all, and most exciting of all, is Ian's going to be rolling out a new, what are you calling your show?
I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'll leave that up to you.
Doing
guys.
like a Art Bell style live call-in with the patrons, talk about some of our old topics and whatnot. So that should be pretty exciting.
And that'll be something. We're gonna have one show a month. That's kind of like a rotating thing, and one of those is going to be Ian's live call-in shows.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
talk to some listeners about some old stuff.
Yeah, as of right now, it's gonna be a video stream.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna take calls, like no screening, whatever. Just call in. I think I'm gonna set up an email. Too, where people can email some like just creepy stories or something. Sure. No, I don't have a fax machine like Art used to have. So
well, it's also
2024.
2024. Nobody faxes anymore.
So yeah, that'll be some months. We'll have sometimes it'll just be a regular bonus type topic episode. We've got some ideas for AI shows.
Dave wants to do like a what do you call it? Variety type show.
Yeah.
Have some fun doing some Q&A type or like a trivia with Ian and I.
Yeah, I've got an Urban Dictionary based trivia show. We've put together.
That'll be a good time. We have an idea for the three of us are going to do a power hour like live on Zoom. People can watch us, well, Dave and I will drink and Ian will hang out and judge us and get high.
What if I took a hit every time you guys took a...
Well,
that would be interesting. Sure.
That would be something. And people...
It's one way to do it, I guess.
And while we're doing that, people can chat with us and ask us questions and like a hangout session, kind of.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something like that each month. You'll get one of those a month.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
And, there's no set schedule to that as there is for like on the $10 tier where we kind of have more of a schedule and a rotation. We're going to see how this $15 one plays out. See what you guys like. If you guys like something a little more, maybe we'll do that.
That's it.
I think I'm going to do a test run here before the official one. I think I'm going to do one with $15 tier people. I'm just going to kind of learn as I go kind of thing. Just have people start calling in. We can talk.
So they'll get like maybe a little freebie.
Yeah, it'll be a freebie.
And then you'll do
for
like
sure.
a official one.
Test run is always fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just like test it. You know what I mean? I just want to get in there and figure it out.
And I think the goal is when you do your actual ones, we'll have that audio that will still post for the $15
Right.
patrons. They can listen to later. If they can't tune in live or call in live, they can still listen to your show.
Right.
How about you let me test that pussy, huh? Test run.
We will have to come up with a name for it because we can't call it the Art Bell Show.
No.
It's the Art Bell tier on Patreon. We got a good name for it.
That's great. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If it plays out the way I have it in my head, it'll be super fun.
Looking forward to it.
That is at patreon.com/Necronomipod. We have a $1 tier, which is simply just a thank you. $5, $10, $15 tier. You get bonus content at all of them.
Up the wazoo.
Yeah.
It's the greatest value today on Patreon.
It might be. It very well might be. I don't know what everyone else got going on out there, but it's a lot of stuff. Again, that's patreon.com/Necronomipod. We are also at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, Amazon.com. Search Necronomipod for all of our merch. I think we're going to start working on getting some new merch out there here soon. We had some trouble with Amazon and copyright issues. I don't know the fuck why. We own all of it, but we're having some issues with them. I think we got that cleared up. We're going to try to get some new merch out there soon. And then we are also at Necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.